Here are 100 of the most impactful and wise quotes from G.K. Chesterton. 1. Man was not made for time, but time was made for man. 2. Adventure may be madness, but the greatest evil is having no adventures to live. 3. Gratitude is the highest form of thought, and gratitude is happiness doubled by wonder. For it's not that they can't see the solution, it's that they can't see the problem. 5. The modern world is full of men who have strong convictions but weak reasons for them. 6. The purpose of the new is always renewal. 7. A man who has faith is a man who is completely certain that he is being guided. 8. Limitation is the essence of art. A picture without a frame is not art. It's a piece of paper in the trash. 9. The true soldier fights not because he hates what is in front of him, but because he loves what is behind him. 10. Reason is not automatically logical. 11. When a man stops believing in God, he doesn't believe in nothing. He believes in anything. Humor can achieve almost anything, but it cannot justify anything. 13. Truth must necessarily be strange. Truth is almost always boring. 14. Today's adventure may be tomorrow's regret, but that is what makes it an adventure. 15. The purpose of opening the mind, like opening the mouth, is to close it again on something solid. 16. The man who has faith like a dog is far beyond any risk. 17. Every age is saved by the man who had the courage to be eccentric. 18. It's easy to be difficult, but it's difficult to be easy. 9. Religion is not what man does with his loneliness, but what man does with the meaning of his life. 20. The virtue of patriotism is that it makes a man believe he has a duty to something beyond himself. 21. He who does not believe in fairy tales, however strange it may seem, does not believe in life. The world does not suffer because of sinners, it suffers because of those who have forgotten the sense of sin. 23. A man does something because he knows it's right. A cynic does something because he knows it's wrong. 24. Progress must mean that we are always changing the world to fit the vision. 25. A hero is a man who knows he could be a villain, but decides not to be. 26. Modesty is the recognition that life is great and we are small. 27. The paradox of courage is that a man must be a little insensitive to remain courageous. 28. Life is not a logical thing. Life is an absurd thing. 29. There is nothing lacking in our modern civilization except the sense that it fails. 30. The man who lives in a small community lives in a much larger world. 31. Love means loving the unlovable. Otherwise, it is no virtue. 32. Poetry is not meant to be analyzed. It is meant to be lived. 33. There are two ways to get enough. One is to keep accumulating more and more. The other is to desire less. 34. It's hard to make a man understand something when his salary depends on not understanding. 35. Wisdom is always 10 times more than knowledge. 36. Men do not differ much in what they say, but in what they ignore. 37. Nothing is worth it unless it is excessive. 38. The modern mind has no problem believing in anything, as long as it is not the truth. 39. The modern man finds everything absurd because he is afraid to admit that something can be serious. The aim of life is to strive for perfection, even knowing it is unattainable. 41. There is nothing small in the great, and nothing great in the small. 42. Faith is the force by which the broken world clings to God. 43. Life is a great paradox, and the greatest paradox of all is that life only has meaning because it is temporary. 44. Poets were the first realists. Their eyes were the first to be opened. 45. Evil happens when good men do nothing. 46. Man is the only animal that laughs and the only animal that knows he dies. 47. Tradition means giving votes to the most obscure of all classes, our ancestors. 48. A dead thing can go with the stream, but only something alive can swim against it. 49. The true problem of the modern world is that we no longer worship God, we worship ourselves. 50. People are generally governed by slogans and are happiest when they are. 51. The man who kills truth kills hope. 52. Humanity is a tree whose leaves are always green. 53. Christianity has not been tried and found wanting. It has been found difficult and not tried. 54. Life is a funny thing, and the last thing life is logical. The most important thing about a man is his concept of God. 56. Life is always a matter of honesty and courage. 57. Humility is the mother of giants. 58. Religion is the only thing that makes man feel small in the greatness of the universe. 59. Only man is capable of rebelling against what he cannot understand. 60. The true object of life is the creation of something that does not yet exist. 61. The man who abandons a belief in truth soon believes in anything. 62. The man who does not fight for something is usually conquered by anything. 63. The world will be saved by the madness of love. 64. The problem with the world is not that it is inhuman, but that it is too human. 65. The pessimist is a man who, being able to choose between two evils, prefers both. 66. The wisest thing in the world is to cry. 67. There is nothing that is fun for everyone, but justice is fun for everyone. 68. Poetry is not in understanding, but in the use of what we understand. 69. Most modern people desire justice, but they do not know what it is. 70. Modern men are always wishing to find a new truth, but what they really need is to rediscover an old one. 71. Justice is not blind, it is the only thing that sees clearly. 72. It is not that ideals have failed, but that they have not been tried. 73. The problem with progress is that it destroys what has already been achieved. 74. Life is a mystery. The more you know, the more you realize you don't know. 75. Paradox is the essence of Christianity. 76. Tradition is the democracy of the dead. 77. Humor is the sense of the absurd. Seriousness is the sense of paradox. 78. Dignity is something you give to yourself. 79. True humor is seen in tragic things, for humor is a kind of mercy. Truth is stranger than fiction, because fiction has to make sense. 81. The first law of history is that facts are sacred. 82. There is nothing the modern man desires more than the past. 83. Life is a tragedy when seen up close, but a comedy when seen from afar. 84. The true aim of life is not to adapt to the world, but to transform it. 85. Life is full of contradictions, and that is what makes it interesting. 86. Faith is the force that keeps us going when everything seems meaningless. 87. The modern world is made of men who are rich in knowledge but poor in wisdom. 88. The history of the world is the history of great men who made great sacrifices. 89. True freedom is the ability to do what is right. 90. Modern culture is a culture of distraction. 91. The most important thing in life is never to lose the sense of mystery. 92. Religion is the remedy for the sickness of the soul. 93. Justice is not something we can achieve, but something we must pursue. 94. The wisest thing a man can do is admit his ignorance. 95. Truth is like a sword. It can wound, but it can also heal. 96. True greatness is found in simplicity. 97. Life is a battlefield, and victory is for those who have faith. 98. Wisdom is knowing when to speak and when to remain silent. 99. Life is a gift, and we must live it with gratitude and humility. 100. True happiness is found in love and compassion.